We all had like a mutual friend, you know. He just said, hey man, break out your cello. You should show this kid that you know how to play this. And I guess Pete didn't think it sounded too terrible because he invited me to the studio the next day.
And I met Chris through the same mutual friend.
And we knew of each other, but we didn't play music together. And it was Corey, our friend from IU, who brought us together when we were both happened to be living in Chicago. That's when it all kind of took off and we recorded the album and got up with this guy. They tried to do an EP without me. Didn't really work out. So then when I got back home from 6 months, then we did it right. And
we did do it right.
And then
we just did a full-length album rather than
he just kept writing songs that we liked. And we were like, oh, we should throw this one on the EP too. And then before we know it, it was too many tracks to call it an EP.
Yeah, so it turned into I Am Jackson. It's a culmination of about 2 years of my experiences and then just some sort of biographical storytelling. There's a slew of them about just a lot of different topics: love, lust, money, not having money, and having money. I don't know, it's just a collection of songs that we really enjoyed and we put it ordered together and it turned out really, really nice for our first try.
We took our time with it, but
it was worth it for sure.
Absolutely. It was the type of product you're really proud of at the end.
When you listen to the first album, I Am Jackson, like, except for maybe 2 songs are with an upright bass, so you definitely get that folksy kind of sound, and even though it's not necessarily folk music. But now if you hear with the lawyer and all the songs that we've written since, it's definitely a bit more electric sounding and definitely a bit more rock.
Because we go back and forth from like soul, blues, jazz, rock, and folk. I mean, it's just sort of whatever we're feeling that day. I feel like there's no reason to be just one genre all the time. We all have different backgrounds. Why not just combine all of them together and make something different and new? So each album and each song is going to be completely different each time.
Well, it flows really well. He's definitely the chief songwriter and everything, but the final product is definitely a group effort. He writes so many songs, but usually only shows the best ones in his opinion to us.
I'm a better singer than I am guitar player, but for me it's the songwriting that I try to come at. Like if I try to write a good song, make Chris, you know, happy and make Steven happy and be like, oh, this is challenging, this is interesting, but the idea is that we try to impress each other. It's a fun process, but I think everything comes together really well, especially with the cello, especially with Chris's intuition on his percussion, drums.
Like we'll play a song a certain way for so long, and then we'll get into the studio, and Chris will completely change the entire vibe of the song by creating a whole new kind of beat. And you can definitely tell we all bring our each own individual swagger to it.
Yeah, but then Chris lets us know how hot it was, like a year later. He'll still tell me. What did he say the other day? We were playing.
Oh, Miss May DK.
Miss May DK. He's like, yo, I killed him those jumps, by the way. Just thought you should know. The more you perform live, the more you'll learn from yourself what you can do live. You know, whether you have the nerve to try something new and accomplish that goal when you're playing live.
That's probably one of the coolest things about our band is, like, when you hear us live, it's not, we may play the same exact set 2 nights in a row, but it's not going to sound at all the same, just because I don't like being boring like that.
You never know.
Thank you very much.